जाने समझे ज्ञान वास्तु शास्त्र का, पृथ्वी अग्नि जल वायु स्थान कहाँ आकाश का।
ओम वास्तु पुरुषाय नमो नमः।
खुद ही समझो खुद ही जानो, कहता है क्या घर आपका।
So you cannot have extensions in the southwest corner. If you have them, then what do? If you have them, what do? You go onto the carporch and put a wire here.
Okay. Copper or
Copper
a
wire or silver wire. If
Yeah.
you have an extension here, put a copper wire here. If you have an extension, put a copper wire here.
So Mr.
Or a
Gya-
silver wire.
So Mr. Gyani, we have to put the wire in a round position again?
No, straight.
Straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now if you have a carporch here, quick, come on, quick.
Again.
What happens? This is south,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
then
what
again,
happens?
Again, we have to put a copper wire over
But
there.
what happens then?
Devil enters.
No, people will loot you.
Okay. Yeah.
Extension of south. Why do you forget India?
Yeah. Definitely.
People will loot you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you cannot have an extension of south. You are not a good student or I am not a good teacher. Either or. Okay. So again now west. West means spiritualism. Saturn is an indicator of spiritualism.
Spiritualism.
Lot of spiritualism. Extension of west, good
Okay.
for spiritualism.
Okay.
Extension of west of northwest,
Depression.
overconfidence.
Overconfidence.
Extension of northwest, overconfidence by women, overconfidence by men.
Men.
Carporch here, you are blocking the energy of mind
Mind.
and
Moon.
heart, moon. Okay.
Yeah.
So not good. So what is good? North is good. North of north is good.
Is good.
East of
East
north
is
is good. East is good. West is good.
West is good.
All other carporches are
Wrong.
bad.
Okay.
So far so good?
Yeah.
Okay, now something else. Now supposingly your slab height is 10 feet from the plinth and your plinth is 13 feet. Okay, your slab height is 10 feet, right? What we do is that this is my plinth, right? My house starts from here and this is my slab, my ceiling. The carporches are generally 8 feet,
Okay.
right? This is 8 feet and this is 10 feet.
10 feet.
That means the carporches are generally in a depression.
Okay.
The carporch is generally in a depression, right?
Yeah.
So you cannot have the carporch in the depression. It is important that the carporch is an extension of the ceiling, extension of the slab.
Okay.
You cannot have your carporch in the depression.
Okay.
Now, for example, I will quote you an example, a case. I was invited to a family. This was his house.
This was the entrance gate.
This is air.
Okay.
Do you know what this stands for? This gate and this gate. All those people who live in this house will have connections with foreign countries
Okay.
because this is air.
Okay.
So they are the people who travel a lot. So they could be traveling outstations, they could be having a job 500 miles down so that they can come only on the weekends,
Okay.
or maybe in a fortnight, or maybe in a month. Or they are having jobs 3000 miles away and they come once in a year. They are this gate and this gate means this.
Okay.
Okay.
It is related to foreign things.
Yes, it is related to foreign or outstation.
Outstation.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this house was designed like this. This was a carporch,
Okay.
but this was at 8 feet and the whole house was at 10 feet
10
height.
feet height.
There was a staircase here. like this.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it went like this. So it goes like this, and at 8 feet height on the car porch a room was built,
Okay.
and that room was then at 8 feet. So I go like this a few steps, so I reach 8 feet, I go into this room.
Yeah.
Then I take another 4 steps to come to the first floor.
Okay.
That means this room is in a depression. So this slab is in a depression.
Yeah.
Now there was a girl, 14-15-year-old girl, who was living in this room,
Okay.
and she had got into depression because on the ground floor the house is like this.
Okay.
That means on the ground floor, because the car needs to park here, the northwest corner has been dismembered.
Okay.
So that is also cause of depression, and then over and above, this girl was sleeping in a depressed room.
Okay.
So this girl went into depression.
Oh my God.
So they took lot of medicines, so many psychiatrists were consulted, but the girl was going deeper and deeper into depression, but she would not come out.
Okay.
So the parents one day invited me, and I said, let me see her room. So they took me to this room. I said, I found out why she is in depression. Do you want your child's health to be fine? Yes. Do you believe in what I say? That is why, Mr. Gyani, you are here. I said, you break this whole room, break the slab, make it one.
Okay.
And there was another problem in the southeast. There was no southeast also. So the corner of the girl was also missing. So I said, you lift this slab and make a room for her here.
Oh.
You construct
in the fire
this
corner.
in the fire corner. So the northwest was missing and the southwest
was
so
missing.
both the corners of the girls were missing.
Yeah.
You get me? So they made a room here. They lifted the slab. They broke that room,
Okay.
and this girl was asked to sleep in this room.
Okay. And after that, I suppose she would be okay.
Then she was in depression. She was always surrounded by 2 people so that somebody takes care of her. After 1.5 years, 2 years, she went to Canada for studies all alone.
Wow, that's amazing.
She fell in love with some guy. She got married. She has a baby boy now.
Amazing.
Right?
So
somebody
basically-
was in depression and there was no future for her, and there was a revolutionary change in her life, and she became independent. Basically, she was competent, but her arrangement of the house was not helping her to show out the caliber that she had.
She has.
You get me?
Yeah.
So basically, everybody is competent, but then the aura in which you live is, if it is not proper, you cannot show.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
So car porches have to be 10 feet, full height of the slab. You cannot have depressed car porches. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, any entry from north of northwest or any entry from west of northwest and water bodies in the southeast corner.
Yeah.
That means entry from northwest and water bodies in southeast corner will give isolation.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it means either no marriage, it means marriage but no children. It means 10 people were living in this house when they occupied the house. After 7 years, only 2 are living. Not that they died, but they moved to some place. Now only 2 are living.
Yeah.
But these 2 are living in such a way that if one is sitting in the drawing room,
The other sits
the
in
other
the
in the bedroom. If the other is in the drawing room, the one will go and sit in bedroom, because
They don't want to see their faces.
that if they start opening their mouth, it's only going to be abuses and quarrels.
Yeah.
So they start avoiding each other because this gives isolation.
Isolation.
Similarly, an entry from south of southeast, east of southeast, and a entry from south of southeast and water bodies in the northwest is the same result. It is the same axis. Entry and water body, entry and water body. It again gives isolation. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall I quote you an example?
Yeah.
Okay, I will. One day I went to somebody's house to see his house. He invited me and said, Mr. Gyani, come and see my orientation of my house and please guide me. Now, 90% of the job and 95% of the job that we do is southwest entry.
Okay.
Like I said, that only those people would suffer a lot who have a southwest entry. Right.
Yeah.
Now this is a south road. He had an entry from here
Okay.
and he had this house. This was his house. It was a twin bungalow, therefore this was another neighbor's house who had an entry from here. Now this entry is south of southwest. This entry is south of southeast. So there's another neighbor here who has road from north and has an entry from here, and this guy has an entry from here, and this is the house. Now what these developers do is, when they're constructing the house, they make it very convenient for themselves. So what he did was, he made a water body here. He made an underground tank here without these walls. Right. Why he made this? Because in any case he is supposed to give a water tank to his customer who buys this house.
Yeah.
So what he does is, he makes a water tank like this and leaves some joints here.
Okay.
Right. And he pours water into this and then constructs these 4 houses out of the water that he has stored here.
Yeah.
Now for him, it is an entry of southeast
Yeah.
and water bodies in northwest.
Yeah.
For him, this is northwest, southwest, water
southwest.
bodies in northeast.
Northeast.
For him, it is northwest,
Northwest.
water bodies in
South.
southeast, and northeast, water bodies in southwest.
Southwest.
Once he constructs this, he puts a wall here, he puts a wall here,
Okay.
and 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks are given to all these 4
of them.
people.
Okay.
So when I entered here and I was sitting here, I went through the house and I was discussing their home. Okay.
Yeah.
So I told them, the very beginning, the gate starts from here. Your house becomes a bad house just by the gate.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to correct the gate. We need to do something about the gate.
Gate.
And then other issues.
Yeah.
While we were talking, because I had taken this round and I saw I saw from the compound wall that these 4 tanks are here. So I just said that the neighbor who lives here must be in great isolation. I told this husband and wife.
Okay.
So they said, what do you mean by isolation? I mean, isolation means one of the guys must be not be staying in the house. Or I said, not many people must be staying. Do you know them? I said, no, I have been for the first time in your area. In your neighborhood.
Yeah.
I've never come, I've just come first time. So how do you say that? I said, I saw the surroundings and I say so. He says, do you know what happened? I said, no. They said, you are right, there is a lot of isolation there. So they say me that the lady is so beautiful you cannot imagine. And the lady has a 1-year-old daughter. She is so cute that the children in the neighborhood fight with each other because everyone wants to take that child home and play with that child.
Okay.
So all those boys and girls who are 7 years, 8 years, 5 years, they want to take that 1-year child home and play because that child is so beautiful and cute. So then what? So they say, but the husband fled away with the maid.
Oh my God.
And he's staying with the maid in her colony.
Okay.
Oh, I said, poor guy. And the moment I said, poor guy, this family blasted at me. How can you say that guy, poor guy? He's left his wife, he's left his child, and he's gone and stayed with the maid. And he's a poor guy, he's not a poor guy, he's a criminal. I said, cool down, there's nothing wrong with the guy. Had he not gone with the maid, the lady would have gone with the driver.
Oh my God.
Because the combination is that one has to go.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
It is nothing wrong. I never ever say that this is wrong with the man or the woman. I always say there's wrong something with the house. Nobody is a bad person. It's the arrangement of the house that is bad.
Okay.
So this combination, now can you imagine this entry and water here?
Yeah.
Not only your water, his water, his water, his water, all in the northwest.
Yeah.
Now do you remember when I say leave first part,
First
second
part,
part and
yeah.
give water bodies in
Yeah,
third part?
yeah.
Because these two parts are affected by the neighbor also. So these two parts were affecting them.
Oh my God.
Right?
So
I
Mr.
do not have
Gyani-
the time.
Yeah.
Again I said entry from the northwest and water bodies in southeast are the same combination of isolation.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time. This house has the same story.
Oh my God. So this is all just because of the house.
Because,
the arrangement of the
because
house.
we do not know how to arrange our house, how to build our house on the norms of science of home building. Right?
Yeah.
So this is it. In every city, there are about 10, 5, 10, 20, 30 people who get lost every day
Okay.
and never to be found by the police, by the relatives. They are never found. How can people get lost? There are such combinations when people get lost.
Okay.
However, to get lost, you need multiple other Vastu flaws, not just this, right? This may cause no child, this may cause no marriage, this may cause
Depression.
not isolation. We are talking about isolation.
Yeah.
Like this, you
Yeah.
see. But when people get lost and never to be found, then you need multiple combinations like this.
Okay.
No northeast, no southwest,
Southwest.
water bodies, entry, then they get lost.
Okay.
Because the head is missing, the feet is missing,
missing.
isolation, all bad combinations, then somebody will get lost.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So this is it. I had forgotten all these things to explain, so I took it somewhere in between. My friends, I am sorry that I diverted from car porches to garages to this point, but then I felt that it was important for me to tell you that these combinations are as bad. Yeah, Pia, what do you want me to go ahead with?
Now I want you to go ahead with double height.
Double height.
Yeah.
Again,
What is it all about?
double height is like maybe the slab of this room, the roof of this room is at 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet. But then this will be at 20 feet.
Okay.
So this is known as
Double height.
height. So you don't have a roof here, you have a roof right up
right
there.
up.
And all others have double roof.
Okay.
One
okay.
room on the ground, one on the first. But this does not have any first floor. It has the ceiling right up
Ceiling.
there.
Okay.
So this becomes double height.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Jupiter is the biggest planet.
Yeah.
So if you have a double height in the northeast, what you are doing is giving the
Giving the
size
size.
required by the Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Because Jupiter is huge.
Yeah.
It's the largest planet known to mankind.
Yeah.
So when you give a double height in the northeast, it is very good.
Okay.
Now when you give double height in the southeast corner, what do? Venus, if Jupiter is this big, Venus is only this big.
Okay.
But if you happen to give a plus 20 feet height to this
would be
planet,
that much big.
means you are making Venus very big.
Big.
Now when you make Venus very big, what happens?
Fire increases.
No, your relationship with women,
Okay.
your
yeah.
relationship with branded clothes, your relationship
Desires.
with aeroplane, with jewelry goes more.
High, yeah.
Goes high. Now, when a lady asks for this double height, what is she asking for?
More desires.
More desires
And extramarital affair of her husband.
of her husband.
Yeah.
So she is almost hitting an X on her own feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you cannot have this. And now what is this?
This is southwest.
Now what is the logo of Southwest?
Snake's mouth,
Snake's mouth.
which is wide
Now-
open.
Right. So what you are giving is, you are giving the space, double space for
To
the
the
snake's
snake
mouth to
mouth to
open and swallow all your resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can never have this.
Double height
Because
in the
if this is
southwest.
double height, means this is a living room.
Yeah.
So on the ground floor, you cannot sleep here because this is a bedroom, not
Definitely
a bedroom.
not. Yeah.
And you don't have a first floor.
Okay.
So there is no room up there also.
Yeah.
So you are stuck with a situation where you cannot have a southwest bedroom. So
Okay.
eventually, if you build this big villa with a double height southwest, that day, very day, you made it sure that 15 years down the line, you will be stuck with no money. You will be stuck with a situation that you have no money.
No money.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this is not good, my friends. This is overconfidence.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
That means even if you don't have nothing, you still have the confidence that, oh, someday I'll make it big.
Okay.
And you are in a dreamer's life,
You live in a dream world
dream
basically.
world, which is wrong because it's just you're thinking that you'll make it big, but you are not going to make it big.
Okay. Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Because this is mind and heart. So when there's an expansion of heart, you are overconfident that, okay, someday my day will come, my day will come, my day will come.
Yeah.
It may never come.
Okay.
Okay. So double height is like that. So
Okay.
what can